Well, well, well. I see you couldn't wait any longer in regards to getting a response from me and all the others, huh, Daniel? You really just had to fucking put out another stupid ass apology just because your patience waned on you. You couldn't wait at least a day or two just for me to respond back, huh? Well, it's too late for this shit, man. You're 3 years too late to apologize to me and the others. Just fucking admit you groomed a minor. Just fucking admit you ruined people's lives. Just fucking admit you did more harm than you think. You and your stupid ass boyfriend, Wumi, know it. You glossed over enough already. Just stop fucking shifting the blame onto others, especially like us. Like, stop being so fucking vague about everything. There was no agreement in regards to any of this. You didn't even give me a chance to respond. I literally left you on red just to stop and think. That's why it's taken this long for me to even think about responding to you. You should know how I feel well enough. The fact that you even wanted to talk to me, Sharkey, and maybe even Grim just says a lot about what you're like after what we did. You might have pushed it, but that's because of what you've been doing for the past 3 fucking years. You think this like whole response thing is supposed to be like a gotcha moment and that you're gonna get off scot-free. No, fuck no you're not. You fucked up the moment you contacted us, man. You fucked up the moment you contacted us. The fact you've changed doesn't change the fact that you did everything. Not just to me, but to Sharky, but to Grim, but to DeVille, but to, like, a lot of people. And the fact is, you deleted a lot of the things to try and cover your tracks. You even apparently said that you deleted the server that where all this took place in. Too bad, idiot. Too fucking bad. I have message things and I have screenshots from that server. You think you're gonna get away with being so vague? Good luck. Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. Oh, and by the way, that response you made last month had me feeling the same way I did in January. Just the same fucking dread that I felt back then. You're too busy, I don't know, getting mad at the fact that I'm just trying to live my life. But oh, I guess not everyone can enjoy themselves anymore. Thanks a lot, Daniel. If you really wanted to take full responsibility, you would mention how you and I were not friends in 2023, man. You groomed me into a relationship when I was 15, about to turn 16, and you were 18 years old, Daniel. You were 18. I was a minor. You'd also mention all the bridges you burned in the process, while we were trying to help you out. But no, you were too incompetent to fucking even get help. Not that doesn't change the fact that you coerced me to sending you images of myself and also sent images of yourself in that server that you apparently deleted. So that's some bullshit. Saying that it's about your mom preventing you from getting help. That's some bullshit, man. And if you really wanted to take responsibility, you would have fucking gone into the police station and turned yourself in. You would have provided all the necessary evidence that against you. Would have done that. But no, you want to be a free man. You want to be some fuck ass free man, living knowing that you groomed a minor and made them do things for you, stole things from them, ruined their life. You're not gonna make things right despite your fucking actions. You're not going to make things right. You fucking threw multiple people under the bus. You harbored hate for the oppressed, like trans people, like Rihanna and her friends. You weaponized their weaknesses, things that they struggle with. The same way you weaponized my weaknesses back in January of 2023. The fact that you went after the fact that I have troubles with my family, my ego problems, the fact that I had a fucked up relationship when I was 14 years old. You weaponized all that fact. That's not an easy thing for me to accept. And you didn't give me time to even grieve at that. These past 3 years, I've had to fucking waste trying to improve upon myself. Even then, with every marginal improvement, major or marginal improvement I've gotten through, I still feel like there's something wrong with me because of you. And that's just because of what you're best known for, being a manipulator, manipulating others to do your dirty work. No fucking wonder, Wumi, is under your fucking spell. No fucking wonder he tried to minimize my struggles with you back in 2023 by saying that, oh, it was just like, it just looks like that they're just bantering, or that like having these dreams are like some bullshit, like they're nothing. The way that it's so idiotic, it's just yeah. I have no words in that case. Whatever we saw in our DMs, it's just about as bad, honestly. For starters, what do you mean you weren't told to fucking remove decals from GT7? Every single time you were notified about it, you'd either delete the comments or try to deflect. Your memory is indeed somewhat blurry, because I remember almost everything 2023. Because you fucking hardcoded yourself to forget. But you still have the M16 decal and the top end decal that one of my friends specifically requested for. The M16 decal was one I made myself, and you took it and without even asking. Of course, you wouldn't remember that. I also find it petty that you believe that I'm stealing your work when that's not the case. Oh, yeah, sure. You're fully aware that we both worked on Asuka. Yeah. Did you forget that I was the one who reworked her entire appearance, her body features, literally everything. Even the outfit she's wearing is inspired by one of my favorite characters. I'm not just fully responsible for updating her, just her hairstyle. I'm responsible for alternating her entire character, and you're the one still using that iteration of her that I made. Only thing you did back in the day was actually change her face structure. You told me that she used default values, that she was basically no different from what she was in 2020. Oh yeah, the reason you responded at the time, again, like I said before, it was pretty vague. It wasn't great at all. Of course, you wouldn't feel that some of the things that was said about you weren't exactly true. That's because you choose to believe that they're not true, but they're true. You know what you did, but you're still like downplaying everything. If you wanna make up for it, go put yourself in jail. Go get arrested. It's that simple. And then the whole thing about Rihanna and her friends. Are you sure they weren't manipulated? You and Wumi talking about giving them ample opportunities. You're not one to talk. I don't give a shit how much you fucking changed. You were the same way back in the day. You were the same way back in the day. You didn't take our advice. So why the fuck should I believe the fact that they didn't take yours? Then you're the one going around saying random crazy shit like, oh, why are trans women so negative? I'm not surprised this is coming from the same person that said if your son ever came out as a femboy, you'd fucking turn homophobic and beat the shit out of them. Yeah, this friend of Rihanna's, I'm not going to blast their name. Yes, he has anger issues. Guess what? It's natural. You don't know what people go through. You clearly don't know what people go through. Slightly changed is an understatement. That guy is doing a lot better than you think. Of course, I would know because I talked to him. Same goes with the other friend that you dead named. Of course, he has trouble with self-deprecation. When he hangs out with people like you, of course he's gonna feel inferior. Of course he's gonna feel like there's something wrong with him. Because all you fuckers do is manipulate and gaslight and guilt trip. Of course, those issues are going to persist, and you're gonna grow annoying about it. You grow annoyed about it. Because all you fucking do is sit on your ass and shit talk people and make porn on Koikatsu all the fucking time or some bullshit. And then now you're talking about people stealing your OCs. Your OCs. No, not your OCs. A lot of these were worked on by me and mainly me. The only thing you did was like do slight adjustments. I wrote lore for these characters. I wrote their backgrounds. I wrote their personalities. I wrote them the way they are, the way you use them. I've gotten a hold of stuff you did in 2024. I know that you were using ideas of mine as late as the end of 2024. So you have no fucking right to speak about them stealing your characters when that's all you've been doing. I mean, for example, Kagami, she's literally based on Kashima for Kankole. And then you had me take two pre-existing cards of that Kashima character, make Kagami. And not to mention the fact that you gave her a really racist shirt with Chinese text on it and something on the back that says like Epstein killed himself or something. That's really ironic, Daniel. Really fucking ironic. And again, you have no right to speak on helping them when, from what I was hearing, you and your little boyfriend take role playing seriously. It's text on a fucking screen. It's text on a fucking screen. You have no right to fucking criticize them for the way they act, for the way they function, when you yourself are far worse off. So shut the fuck up, bro. Just shut the fuck up. The screenshot that was used to claim you're some transphobe was completely taken out of context. No, it's not. Bruh, you legit said, "Why are trans women so fucking negative?" And you said it's gonna sound mean as fuck, but you don't give a fuck, so. And then your little friend, Spaceport, quadrupled down. Quadrupled down. And you're gonna say that, like, oh, I didn't mean to say that. I don't know what was going through me when I said that. Well, we know that he has a track record of being transphobic, so that's your fucking fault. You can't play around the fact that, oh, yeah, I'm not transphobic. I don't hate trans men and women. When again, you were the person posting about how like the word trap is not a slur for trans people, or uh trans people don't need Halloween costumes. They've been shaking people their whole lives. No, that's what you're fucking known for. And then the fact that Woomy later just went after Rihanna to justify y'all's transphobia by I don't know, showing the fact that y'all got into a relationship. By the way, congratulations, you fucking idiots. That was no gotcha moment. If you really want to control that motherfucker, you might as well tell him to not do random shit like this. Otherwise, you're gonna have to pay for the repercussions, like I told you in your DMs. Yeah, the conversation with Sharkey. That's just what you're known for. You weaponize random conversations all the time. You weaponize those all the time. You only don't weaponize them when they favor you, because that's what you did to people like Fortzon. And this is exactly why I was going to take my time to fucking respond back to your stupid ass. Because you're actually idiotic. You think me not saying anything just gives you the opportunity to go around and say shit. No. So yeah, all in all, this was originally meant to be a response to that corporate call out that you made last month. And yeah, I almost did it before, you went into our DMs and tried to shut things down. And well, that's also not really counting the fact that, well, I already put it in the video, but Grim and Shaki, they both, they took swift action against you, and I think the verdict was, that more people have found out who you truly are now, and they also know who Woomy is, down to earth at that. So yeah, I guess you can keep trying to push this false narrative, because I mean, after that whole 7 hour long like white knighting session that your boyfriend put himself through on his own volition, apparently, y'all both went private, and now that we've recently seen that you guys come back to light, I can see that he was being a hypocrite about the whole stalker thing, even though all we did was just report on whatever was in the air, right? And honestly, it's just sad, but in our case, it's hilarious. It really is. Looking back, it was the funniest shit I've ever seen happen. As dreadful as it was, it's still really funny to me. So yeah, Gum, I hope you're happy with this this video, this response, because that's all you're gonna get. And I'm gonna make sure that more people know about you, whether you like it or not, wherever I can, so that if you ever pop back up again, or anyone who's affiliated with you in this current context pops back up again, I'm gonna make sure that people know. It's that simple. So yeah, on that note, been a good one for me, for the others. I don't hope for the best for you. You deserve all the worst. Like I said back in 2023, you don't deserve forgiveness, you deserve hell. Same goes for Woomy now, as of recent times. That note, goodbye. Have a nice life.